Morning everyone, and welcome to the first day of the Overland Track. Now we're not actually doing the Overland Track, but we're at Ronny Creek in Cradle Mountain and we're doing a 3-day walk, essentially a loop around from the front to the back to the side all around Cradle Mountain, including hopefully today the actual Cradle Mountain summit. So today the plan is essentially doing the first day of the Overland Track from Ronny Creek to Waterfall Valley. Now that's 10.7k, a fair bit of climbing up Marian's Lookout and then more climbing to do the Cradle Mountain summit. We then got day 2 and a lot of exploring and some waterfalls out that way, and then just got Kilvert Hut, and then day 3 out via Scott Kilvert and back here. So about, I think 30 kilometres ish we'll do in total on the circuit, not including side trips over 3 days. But today 10.7k's. Oh, there's wombats up there.
I think it's a baby.
Oh, I'll show you the wombats. So anyways, the first point of call for today is going on this really nice boardwalk. I love this part of the walk because there's heaps of wombats, especially early and late in the day, and you've got all these beautiful views to the mountains when the weather's nice, plus it's obviously incredibly easy walking. Then after about half hour, we're going to get to Crater Falls, the first little attraction. About half hour further to Crater Lake, which you can just see is in there. And then we'll start the big climb. First junction of the day, heading to the right. On the way back, we'll come out on that track. Half hour in, first little stop of the day, Crater Falls. It's only about a 5-metre high waterfall, but nice little rainforest setting. Feeling good so far? Pretty cruisy first part of the walk. Set a good pace to go for the first bit, and then, yeah, I'll show you the falls and we're gonna head on up to Crater Lake. And as we keep climbing the track, we pass like 2 or 3 more little waterfalls higher up, but these are kind of the main tier. Okay, so we've arrived at Cradle Lake. What's the time, Mil?
10:01, 10 o'clock.
15 minutes. It took us from Crater Falls. Really cute little old boat shed, and then the crater itself is spectacular. Come here in the autumn is the best time because all these trees around the lake, they're all fagus trees. So it just lights up golden. And then when you get a sunny morning, all the light just hits all these cliffs. You even see a top of a waterfall up there, Marigold Falls, which you get views of the higher you climb, but just beautiful views. And now we head up basically 200 metres straight up to up there somewhere to Marian's Lookout. Let's do it.
Fuck this shit.
Hit the most technical part of the climb now. We have to go up these very steep bits of rock, clinging onto bits of wire. Views get better as you climb though. Long way above the lake now. Righto, so we're at Marian's Lookout now. It took us about 1 hour and 20 of actual walking time to make it here. We've just had a little rest break. The views are a little suboptimal. It is quite low cloud. Views of Dove Lake are good, but you can't see much of Cradle. Hopefully that lifts because we want to climb up it pretty soon. But yeah, let's have a look. There's in there. Just see bits of it poking through the cloud. And we have to keep going uphill there. Hiking across the plateau now. Bit of snow around here on a higher elevation. Really pretty scenes, kind of bit of sun poking through, a little bit of blue sky. The peak's still ensconced in the cloud, but well, it's just about to emerge a little bit.
And there's blue sky.
There's that mountain.
For a second.
Pretty. Barn Bluff just emerged out of the clouds, looking beautiful in the sun, and just see Kitchen Hut off that way. Still changeable weather, but when the sun's out, it's beautiful. Kitchen Hut emergency shelter and famous for the second story door for when it snows. Pretty cool old structure. I stayed here once a few years ago. Emergency. Right on this bench, not exactly roomy. But pretty cute. Alrighty, just left Kitchen Hut after a bit of a lunch break. Cradle Mountain mostly clear now, which is great to see. And we're at the turn off. So Overland Track goes off that way. All very well signed. Cradle Mountain Summit this way. So we got a kilometre each way, albeit I think you climb about 300 metres, so very steep. You can see the track going up the side there. Let's do it. We've climbed about halfway now, getting some pretty cool views with the sun on the snow there. And we kind of passed this little sign here where the track now sidles around to the right. Lily's still enjoying herself. So we've been going a while now, over a few little false summits, and now this bit where you have to dip down into that snowy little gully there, which will be a little bit slippery, I reckon. And then the summit, I reckon, is basically just in there, or just behind there. But not far now. We're right in the middle of the actual ridgeline of Cradle Mountain here. And we just sort of navigate our way through these huge boulders.
Ready?
Wow, terrible throw. The final stretch. We're pretty much up on top now. Just looking for that can. Alrighty, so we've made it to the top of Cradle Mountain. Pretty epic effort. I think it took us an hour and a half, which was not at a quick pace, at a steady pace from Kitchen Hut. But spectacular. I kind of thought we'd be able to see Dove Lake from here, but the actual shape of the summit is such that Dove Lake's kind of behind us there, but blocked by those other bits of the mountain. But still, incredible views. You can pretty much see the entire length of the Overland Track and all its mountains, and even further onto Frenchman's Cab and more, especially in more clear visibility. Just awesome. What do you reckon, Lil?
Hard, but
Too right. So look, there's a summit cam with pointing at all the various mountains in the area. Too many to count, really. Over this way. Straight through the gorge. The Barn Bluff right there, and then you've got various mountains, Oakley, Gillian West, Frenchman's down there. It's nice and windy up here.
can you take a photo with me? But from like that one.
And then back down the other end of the actual Cradle Range. Just epic. Anyways, Long descent ahead of us now. Alright, so we've made it back to the junction with the Overland Track. It took us, in the end, an hour and a half up, an hour down, plus obviously stops at the top to do Cradle Mountain. Awesome adventure in the end. I mean, it looks beautiful now, the mountain behind us there with the sun in the late afternoon or mid-afternoon. Basically now we've got about, I think, another 5 or so Ks on the Overland Track to Waterfall Valley, but it's going to be pretty easy going for the most part from memory. But yeah, definitely recommend doing the Cradle Summit. Easy to do on day one of the Overland in terms of time. How we doing, Lil?
Good.
Yeah? I think we did well. Righto, let's plough on.
It's pretty cool, look at that.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I wanted you to look at it.
Haven't really filmed the last 45-50 minutes since we last stopped, but we've come now to the junction where we'll be coming back tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to be heading off that way towards Scott Kilvert. Scott Kilvert out 1 hour. Been enjoying some awesome views across all the mountains out there. You've got Pelion West, you've got Mount Oakley on the other side. Got Pelion East, the nipple-shaped one, the other nipple-shaped one. You've got Mount Ossa, obviously the tallest mountain in Tassie in the middle. But just beautiful views, and of course Barn Bluff, still looking impressive. Not too much further, a couple more Ks. You can see down straight there is where Dombrowski's Falls drops off the edge of the escarpment, which is our main mission for tomorrow, so stay tuned for that video. But for now, just enjoying the views as we descend to Waterfall Valley, and the cliffs all in there are the ones where all the Waterfall Valley waterfalls are on, so that's the other part of our mission for tomorrow. So again, tune in for part 2 for that. Final ascent now to Waterfall Valley, and just spectacular. Barn Bluff with the light kind of arcing across there. It's made for a pretty nice last hour of hiking, albeit we're both pretty ready to be done, just for the amazing light across all these mountains. Made it. Day 1 complete. What a relief. 8 hours on the track and we're here. Alright, day 1 in the books. Thoughts? Wrap it up.
It was a very long, hard day. But Cradle was really impressive and cool to say that I've done it.
One to tick off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really quite hard, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not like incredibly hard, like compared to some like mountains you do, but it is, you know, a lot of boulder scrambling, and it is a long way up. Like, we ended up climbing basically 750 meters from the car park to the summit, and that was, I think it's 10.7 Ks we did all up just on the main track, and then whatever the detour to Cradle is. Not much in terms of Ks, the detour, but obviously it took a while. It was pretty hard going. So yeah, but 9 to 5 on the track in the end. We had probably 6 hours that was actually walking. Pretty good way to do day 1 of the Overland, to be fair, even though we're not doing the Overland, but a good way to do it with Cradle along the way. But we're settled now in the hut, and it is so much better than I thought. There's a heater down the end there, a gas heater, which is awesome. The main hut building here is really cool. It's like an A-frame sort of setup with Barn Bluff behind. You can see it through the windows. There's also no one else here, which was really surprising. So we got the whole place to ourselves, and yeah, can't complain really.
No.
Now, anyway, last thing of the night, we had another one of the Radix dinners. If you watched our 3 Capes videos, you'll have seen we did a few Radix reviews. This is definitely coming in 3rd of the 3 we've done so far.
Yeah.
We had the Mexican chili last time, which was all right, and the pesto, which was pretty good. Peri-peri chicken, pretty shit. A little bit spicy, which I don't love, but it wasn't that spicy. Just the flavour wasn't great. So it's a 3 out of 10 for me.
3 out of 10. What was it? We gave the other ones like 7.
5 and 7.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
We got the Indian curry tomorrow, so we'll see if that lifts the standards of the trip. But
we've got warm hot chocolates to come tonight.
Yeah.
Which is exciting.
Righto. Well, stay tuned tomorrow. We got some waterfalls to find, and then we're going to Scott Kilbert Hut. So
Lots of waterfalls.
we'll see you there. Thanks for watching.